How we going, guys? This is Scott from Draco TV. Okay, I'd like to welcome you to my very first Photoshop tutorial. Now in this tutorial we're going to go through some settings that will help you with your Photoshop. Whether you're a beginner, okay, or an advanced user and you need a little bit of a refresher, this will help you streamline your Photoshop and overall give you a better running experience. Should also be noted that viewing my videos in 1080p is the best way to view them. Okay, now just get you to hit Control K. If you're using a Mac, hit Command K. Now this will bring up your preference dialog box. Okay, now under General, I'll get you to change under Image Interpolation, okay, Bicubic Automatic to Bicubic Sharpen. Okay, now this helps when you want to upsample and downsample your work. Now we're going to speed up our workflow, okay, by clicking on Export Clipboard. Okay, go to Tools, and then go to Zoom with scroll wheel. If it's not ticked, tick it. Then go Zoom Resize Window. If it's not ticked, tick it. And Zoom Click Point to Center. If it's not ticked, click it. Also, untick Use Shift key for tool switch. Get you to go to Interface. Then we'll go to the color theme. Now I like the dark theme for my work. It allows me to focus on the canvas a bit better and allows you to see it a little bit better. So I'll get you to click on that. Next thing we're going to do is go down to UI font size, okay, under text. Okay, I'll get you to change that to medium or large depending on whether you have eyesight issues or you just want to see your menus a little bit better. This is where you're able to do that, okay? Also depends on your monitor size as well. Okay, now in order for these changes to take effect, you need to restart your Photoshop. Okay. So just make sure you're aware of that. Okay, now we're going to go over to file handling. This next setting is very important for beginners. Because you're new to Photoshop, you're unlikely to save your work as often as you should. Now by default this is on 10 minutes. I'll get you to change it to 5 minutes and it's automatically save and recover information, and that'll automatically save your work every 5 minutes for you. Okay, it's very important that you have that ticked on. Okay, then we're going to go down to performance. Now in performance we're going to get into memory usage. Okay, now you can see that I have quite a lot of memory usage available, and by default it's set to 60. Now what I recommend you doing if you have the RAM available is kicking that up to about 80. Now what this does, it gives Photoshop more power to do things like rendering, or if you're doing mapping and things like that, just gives Photoshop the ability to do it a bit faster. Now we're going to talk about history states. Okay, by default it's set to 20, mine's set to 50 at the moment. I recommend that you set it to around about 30. Now what this does, it allows you to go back using Control Z, or in the histories panel you can go back 30 places in your canvas. So say if you've made a mistake or you don't like how you've particularly changed something, you're able to go back that far. Okay, if use graphics processor is not ticked, make sure it's ticked. Okay, if you do not see your video card up there, okay, you might need to get new video card drivers, okay, or in fact you might not have a video card installed on your system. I recommend, if you're going to start using Photoshop professionally or as a beginner, to get a very good video card. It's very important to have a really good GPU when using Photoshop. Now we're going to go to transparency and gamut. This is something I do for my Photoshop. It makes it easy to see. It's to change light to dark, okay, and that comes in really handy when you're working with layers, just easier to see your background. Now we're going to go to guides, grids and slices and just change the color around. You can change to anything you want. I like light red and I also like green. It just makes it stand out easier for me to see. Now take your time, pick a color that you like, okay, just something you're comfortable with. Then we're going to move to our last setting, okay, which is unit and rulers. We're going to go to rulers and change it to pixels. Okay, this is really important when you're doing fine detail. This concludes our video for this week. Don't forget to hit like at the bottom of the page and subscribe. This is Scott from Draco TV and I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial.